In my second video on iron issues, why does my iron not go up even though I'm taking iron supplements, I'm going to address a common cause of that picture, and that is inflammation, heavy metals, and genes. So when we are inflamed because we have an autoimmune disease, we have heavy metal toxicity or some other type of toxicity, or even ongoing stress can increase our inflammation, we actually make more of the iron binding protein that I mentioned in my last video called hepcidin, and that just binds to the available iron and stops it from going into where we need it to go. So heavy metals are a underdetected source of poor iron issues. So this is a root cause of many iron issues that I see in clinic. So things like lead, mercury, and excess copper, which many people have excess copper because all the pipes in our homes are made of copper. So we're getting a lot of copper in our drinking water unless it's filtered with a reverse osmosis filter. Well, they basically interfere with the way that iron is carried around in the body, because they can actually hijack our iron transporting proteins and kick iron off and hitchhike a ride around the body on transferrin. So transferrin saturation is a clue that this is happening. So when that's very high, then you probably have some of these hitchhiking heavy metals hijacking your iron. So as you can see, just taking iron alone isn't always enough to fix an iron deficiency. We need to dig in deeper and ask more questions about why your body is not absorbing the iron. So genes can also play a role here too. So in some people, they have genes which affect the way that they absorb or recycle iron, or even how their body handles inflammation. So they might be a little bit more of an inflamed type of genetic profile. So anything that impacts methylation, anything that impacts iron transport or inflammatory pathways are going to make it much harder for you to raise your ferritin stores. Now, this is why, as I said, just taking iron willy-nilly often does not work. And, sometimes when your iron looks okay in blood tests, but you really feel tired, but your your transferrin saturation is high, those heavy metals might be present and they might be impacting your health and your life in lots of different ways. So testing is what we need to do to get to the bottom of this. So, hopefully this has been enlightening, and in my next video I'm going to talk a little bit more about common reasons why women are low in iron, think menstrual losses, and children are low in iron, think picky eating. So I'll address those more in my third video. But if you think you recognize this problem in yourself, then please book in to see me. I would love to help you get to the bottom of your iron issues. Link in my bio to make a booking.